I have a very obvious and strong love for gaming. Whether it be as a player, a content creator, or a spectator, games are a really big part of my life. You can probably sense my gamer genes in the way that I speak. And if you're watching this video, I think I can assume that games are probably a big part of your life too. Or YouTube recommended sent you here for a reason, and we should hook up. Much like baseball, MMA, or competitive crochet, toxicity seems to be an ever-present driving force in the response of gaming fans, and recently it's become a lot worse. There's something terrible that seems to be simmering underneath the love for waifus, soundtracks, skin lines, and sick plays. Which brings us to our point, which is a pretty long one, so let's use a black screen. I strongly believe that developers focusing on ever-changing games has made players become critical past the point of providing constructive feedback, and in turn has ushered in an era where spite towards game developers is almost the norm. Which is horrible and honestly something we should work against. But in order to band together against the root of this evil, let's do our best to understand it. It's kind of a mouthful, but I think that I can explain why change brings so much toxicity in gaming. Gaming has recently become something that lives and breathes as much as the players playing them. You know, a decent amount, but not a lot. The most popular games are competitive by nature and consistently evolving by the form of patches, updates, DLCs, character releases, etc. Which in its nature is awesome. Video games are lasting longer than ever. League of Legends has been one of the most played and watched games for the last 10 years, and that has never happened before. Smash Bros is still getting new characters almost 2 years since release. And Raid Shadow Legends. But changing games for the sake of improvement oftentimes alters too much of the core experience that made us fall in love with the game to begin with. And I can explain. But before I get into it, did you know that the majority of the people watching this video are not subscribed to the channel? If you subscribe to the channel, you'll help me out. I've been uploading a lot and I put my heart and soul in every video, so I think you would enjoy joining the brigade. So please subscribe. I love you just the same. If you do or don't, but please do. Let's keep going. You see, in most games, when you fall in love with something, cool. You like how you jump in Mario? Well, good. Keep jump, buddy. But when it comes to changing games like Fortnite, League of Legends, or whatever else, the aspects of the game you love, though often grounded, are completely subject to change. And some of these changes are small, but have insane ramifications. Maybe the balance team thought that Mario jumped too high and he was making the game easy. So they changed his jump height by 6 millimeters, and now you have to play the game completely different because all of these risky jumps you used to do, you just barely can't make anymore. And then maybe someone on the balance team went, hey bro, you know the fire flower? It's broken, let's just get rid of it. And now the item you're used to abusing in order to get through adversity is gone. These situations are often really tilting for people who have devoted a bunch of time to get good at Super Mario. All the hard work you put in to learn something is gone. Imagine if in the Matrix, instead of Morpheus uploading Kung Fu into Neo's brain, he put on a machine that sucked the Kung Fu out. The situation gets even stickier in the rare, albeit almost necessary instances where characters are removed altogether. Hey, I know you enjoyed how Mario ran and jumped and slid, but guess what? He's fucking Simon Belmont now. Good luck. In a way that has never happened before, developers have reached a point where their main goal is to improve your experience. But in doing so, they actively remove content from the game that we enjoy, which on paper sounds horrible. Removing content from a long-standing game? Imagine if one day the heavens opened up and then God came out and he went, you know what guys, you know what? No more rooks in chess. And some of these situations have the ability to feel much worse. Times where the character you've grown accustomed to doesn't necessarily get removed, but ends up being outdated in a world that is no longer built for them. Why play Mario when Ryu Hayabusa can climb onto walls and shoot shurikens? The choice is clear. Which leads to almost another problem altogether, making the content you once loved in the game not worth playing. So now we have developers actively removing content, changing core mechanics of the game, and on their quest to improve your experience, making it impossible to play the game you loved before. And in this case, it's not like you could load up a disc and play the content again. The content that you once loved is now gone forever, which understandably makes a lot of players upset. But here's the part that's hard to swallow. And it's the cold, hard, absolute truth. Game devs know what they're doing. They actively gather information and consider the steps necessary to make the experience better for you. They have surveys, they have statistics, they have player information that we'll never have access to. And oftentimes, though it doesn't seem warranted to us, the player, they normally have a plan. And I'm not saying they are absolved from guilt. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be a lot of mistakes. There's going to be a fucking ridiculous amount of mistakes. But the only goal that game devs have for their game is keeping it as entertaining and fun as they can. To continue to fucking vacuum out all the money from your pockets via skin lines and DLC. I think that changing in gaming is actually very healthy. But as players, we need to learn how to adapt to the change. Can you imagine how boring League of Legends would be if they never added new characters? Can you imagine how boring the meta would be if we decided who the top 10 characters were and they never changed it? Characters are gonna come and go. And oftentimes, they're going to be replaced by stronger, more concise designs. And though our attachment to ideas will live on forever, and something we as a community will fight tooth and nail for, I think it's important to remember that it is completely valid to criticize change. But disliking a patch or two shouldn't convince you that the devs are actively trying to ruin your experience. Games are going to continue to evolve, and our enjoyment in the game should be found in our ability to adapt and evolve with it. I made this video because it's kind of a reoccurring thing that everyone says they hate games they love. People say they hate Smash Brothers, people say they hate Overwatch, people say they hate League of Legends, and then they'll queue up and play it for 8 hours a day. We don't hate these games, we just agree with a lot of design philosophy, but it doesn't mean that the game is bad. Yes, it's tilting, yes, we're attached to things that are gone forever, but at the end of the day, they're doing their best to deliver the best product to us, and it's the reason we keep coming back, and I am fucking excited to see what else comes out of this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit shorter, but it's something I just really wanted to get off my chest. I'm tired of seeing people bully game devs, man. It's uncool, and we should stop doing it altogether. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys on a Wednesday. All right? That's it. That's the whole video. Goodbye. Oh, before I go, I'm giving away skins on my Instagram, so go follow my Instagram. There's the thing. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say, so I hope that you have a wonderful day or night or whatever time it is in the ethereal dimension in which you exist. Don't think of something scary before you sleep, because you'll probably have nightmares. I also heard that being cold gives you nightmares, so maybe wear a blankie if you're cold. Okay, click the video on the screen now. Okay, let's go. Go on, click it. Go on, click it. Click the video.